Hey guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Now, in today's video, we are going to be talking about how we're already up $1,700 from holding this position. So, we're going to be talking about the strategy, the approach, the mindset, how I entered, how I plan on doing the exit. So, like, follow, and if you guys want to learn how I find stocks like this, check out our school. It's called the Swing Trading Masterclass. We got private live streams, quizzes, lectures, a group chat, but more importantly, we actually teach you to trade. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not alerts or anything like that. This is honest strategies that I've learned over the past 7 years. So sign up. I'll see you guys in there, and you guys can get 50% off by using code 2026. So go into the new year, learn a skill that can pay you forever. So enough with that. Let's dive into this. So one of the most common questions that I get asked as a swing trader is, Carter, how do you do it? Honestly, that's probably the most common. So for me, it's very, very hard to answer a question like that, right? Because there's a lot that goes into just one trade. Now, the first thing you have to do is to learn as much as possible. So I would highly recommend checking out our school. But more importantly, if you don't want to do that, you really need to invest into paper trading. Paper trading is using simulated money to practice your entries, your exits, your risk management skills. What this does is it helps you use simulated money. So once you become profitable, then you can slowly integrate real money, and it will save you money, the learning curve, all that good stuff. So with this stock here that I took a position with, you guys will notice here that it kind of just looks like the stock barely moves, right? It might see just a little up and down. How do you time this? How do you get in? How do you get out? So you have to have a checklist. A checklist is just a set list of criteria that you always follow to ensure that the stock that you buy follows your strategy. What this does is it really will help you always choose quality stocks and make you not just chase stocks or hop into positions because your friends are hopping in it. So the first thing here with ExxonMobil is trends. I think trends are probably one of the most underutilized things that traders don't pay attention to. Everybody expects a stock on a downward trend to magically recover and get buying pressure. People think on a stock on an upward trend is going to just sell off. So for me, I think the first thing is having a stock with an upward trend. With ExxonMobil, I think it's important to look at about the last minimum of 6 months. So you guys can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well over 6 months of buying pressure out of ExxonMobil. After that, here, I want to find a stock on support. Support is just where a stock gets natural tendencies of getting buying pressure. So you can see this white line here. It hits it. We get buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure. So I knew that we could get a nice move, at least from 114, possibly up to the 120 area. Now, to really handle this well, it's important to really kind of have good risk management. So during this time, I'll honestly kind of draw out these risk management, and that's by having a broker, honestly, like Moomoo, that you can just click and it will kind of show you the risk and reward. So it's about a 3-to-1 risk and reward, meaning you're risking $1 to make $3 if you enter here and possibly get a push up to highs. So after you have that and you want a minimum of 2-to-1, after that, I always look at the RSI. The RSI stands for the Relative Strength Index. You can see here it's trading for a 41. The last time I was trading for that was back in here, and we saw a good move of buying pressure. So now I know, okay, we could get a move going up. You don't just hop in on this position because you could easily see the stock just continue to sell off. So for me, what I do now is I go to a lower time frame. So right now we're on the daily. I'm going to go to like the 1 hourly or even like the 4 hourly. Now, what this does is it helps you pinpoint resistance, draw new support, and find an alert for breakout. So we can see here just this red downward trend. Okay, so what we did is we threw an alert above this. So if the stock pops up above this trend line, this is what we call a trend line reversal or a resistant breakout. So the stock popped up, a new trend formed, Let's go ahead and remove that. A new trend formed. So now the stock is doing a little bit something along this line like this. So now we're just going to continue to hold this position and watch this stock continue to climb up. Now, we also look at a couple of things here. Looking at lower time frames, we will actually look at other indicators. So you guys will see we have that RSI. I'll actually get the MACD up and see if we get any golden crosses. Let's go ahead and see. And would you look at that? We had that signal line break up through the MACD line historically, which is a really good entry point indicator. And it's followed up by a good move of buying pressure. So given that the stock has popped up, if it does dip below the 121 area, we're just going to cover some profit and move on to some other opportunity. But this is a simple approach, simple breakout approach, setting the alert on the breakout. And now we're just continuing to hold and let the stock rally its way up, guys. So if you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask, follow, all that good stuff. Really helps out the channel. And I'll see you guys in there, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and take care.